Hey everyone, welcome to another top 10 list. This week's top 10 list is the top 10 tips for selling on eBay. Top 10 tips for selling on eBay. Last week I covered buying. This week we're going to talk about selling. I'm going to try to move through this one a little quicker because I know last week's video was a little longer than you guys are used to seeing. I want to thank For Collector for suggesting this. I showed his stuff last week. For Collector, it was a great idea. I managed to get 2 lists out of it, so I hope you like it. And away we go. All right, number 10 on the list. When you choose to sell something, what I would recommend is, first of all, seeing what the item has sold for. Okay? And what do I have for an example here? Well, let's try this. I've got a 1934 $10 bill handy. This is a silver certificate from 1934. I like the blue seal. I'm not going to go into this, but we're just going to look at a 1934 $10 silver certificate, okay? Now, if you want to know what to price it at, you should know what it's been selling for. So we are going to go shop for anything, go to Coins and Paper Money, as I've done before. Go to Paper Money US down below. Scroll up just a touch. And I have, it is a small size note, so I will click on small size note. And there we go. All right, so now I'm in small size notes. Now, I could look at other listings, but if you look over here in the upper right-hand corner, there's a button that says Advanced. So I'm going to click on Advanced. And when I do Advanced Search, I can enter keywords. So I'm going to enter 1934. I'm going to put in $10 and silver certificate. Okay. And then I'm going to click right here where it says sold listings. So when I search this, what it's going to do is it's going to find, wow, 1,077 results for 1934 $10 silver certificate. And it's going to tell me exactly what it sold for. The most recent one is right here on top. This particular one sold October 17th for $47.50 plus $3 shipping and handling. This one, he was asking $99 for. Somebody, it says best offer accepted. That's a North Africa. Here's a $10 Hawaii note sold for $102, but we are looking for the silver certificate. This one is a 34D, sold for $26. This 34D sold for $91, and of course you can look and see the difference in condition. But anyway, by looking at these, you can get an idea of what they are selling for. So it doesn't matter what the book price is. This is what people are actually paying. So what I would do is I would find a note that sold recently in similar condition that matches exactly, being a 1934, and that will help me gauge the price. And what I will do is I will price mine slightly above that, because that way if somebody decides they want to make an offer, that gives me some wiggle room. Okay, so that's number 10, checking the sold listings. So now let's back out of this and get back to my page. Number 9 on my list. When you are going to sell items, you want to be specific, okay? With this note as my example, this one is a 1934. It's not a 1934 A, B, C, D. If it was, I'd make sure to put what series, 34B, 34C. I want to also put in the serial number. Some people are looking for certain things with the serial number. Make sure to include the block letters. This is from the AA block. Make sure to put silver certificate. Some people will try to sell this bill and they won't list it as a silver certificate. They'll just say a $10 bill. No, list it. Be specific as possible. Tell with the blue digits, whatever. Be as specific as possible when it comes to listing your item. The more things you put in the title to be specific about, every one of those things someone could be searching for and you don't know. So fill the title screen with specificities. I think that's a word. So number 9, be specific. Number 8, be accurate. If you're going to list this as a 1934, make sure you didn't accidentally type 1834. Make sure you didn't actually accidentally type 1933. Make sure that if you list the serial number, it's correct. People are going to be very disappointed if you made a mistake in any of that stuff. So after you typed all this stuff, before you hit send, double and triple check that all of your information is right. I know none of us have ever had a typo ever, but you'd be surprised the things that are screwed up in titles. And because of that, I'm able to snipe a lot more things than I should be because of how I search when I buy, and I showed you that already. So yes, be specific, but also be accurate in your listing. That was number 8. Number 7, pictures. Now, when you take pictures of your stuff, I always take pictures of my stuff in direct sunlight or direct daylight because that makes your note look the absolute worst. That may sound counterintuitive. Most people try to do everything in their power to make their notes look as good as possible when they sell them. Me, I do not. I make sure that every blemish, every crease, every fold, every nook and cranny can be seen in the photos. So that way when a person bids on my stuff, they know exactly what they're getting, okay? If you want to try to hide blemishes and risk your feedback rating, I'm not going to tell you how to trick people. I am going to tell you that feedback ratings are very important, and if you sell something in a deceiving manner, someone will leave it in the feedback for everyone else, all of your future buyers to see. So, yeah, I choose to take the route of making my stuff look as bad as possible, so when people get it and they open up the package and they see it, they are pleasantly surprised. And if you have bought stuff from me on eBay, I hope that's been the case. I really hope that you've been pleasantly surprised by the condition of the things. I don't try to play them up because I'm not going to be a hype man. I want you to be happy with your purchase. And if you're a seller, you should want your customers to be happy. So that is, 7 is pictures. Be accurate with the pictures and take many pictures, front, back. Take close-ups. Take one picture where it's just, this half, one picture where it's just this half, the whole thing. And, if there's a specific blemish on the thing, get a close-up of that. Make sure to do the back. They don't charge you for additional pictures, so take as many as you can to make your item sell. The more pictures you take and post, the less likely people are to think you're trying to hide something. All right, number 6. Number 6 would be buy it now. The stuff that I sell, let's see, I'll go to my active stuff here. The stuff that I sell, I have buy it now pricing. You can see $5.99, buy it now. In fact, if I go over here, we will click on this particular one. That's my battleship. Okay, so number 6 is buy it now. Now, for buy it now price, that is a very safe thing to do because I know that I'm not going to get less than $599 for this particular note. I set the price on it, and I don't have to worry about what it actually sells for because this note cannot sell without me saying okay. If I was to put it at an auction, I have to then put a starting price, and I can set it for a minimum bid, but I can set a minimum bid amount, but then you start incurring all kinds of additional fees when you do stuff like that. By just doing a buy it now price, you can set the terms of your particular price. So I am very fond of buy it now. And that would be number 6 on my list. Number 5 is right below it. I always include a best offer line. By doing that, I allow people who still want the fun of negotiating to send me offers on my stuff. Now, I know that going in, so I intentionally price my stuff up just a little bit higher than I wanted to sell it for, because not only do I figure someone will try the make offer, but there's also the fees, and I also include shipping. So all of that stuff is covered in my price. It makes it nice that I set my own price so I can take all that stuff into consideration right away. But by doing best offer, now I allow people to tell me what they think my stuff is worth. And maybe it's a reality check. Maybe, if I was asking $2,000 for this note and people were sending me offers of $400 or $500, I'd feel kind of ashamed. But since I'm pretty close as far as what my asking price is and the value of this note, I don't get a whole lot of that. But yeah, by putting make it now there, or make an offer, that allows people to not just dismiss your item immediately. They can then do their own research and go, hey, maybe he'd take this much. So that way you're not shutting people out. So that's best offer. Number 4 on my list. Now, as I said, I do buy it now. One of the things that you can do though is you can take a lesser item and put that up for auction. And if you have a bunch of stuff, if you have a store, an eBay store where you've got a bunch of stuff listed, um, you can have all your stuff as buy it now, but then put one item as an auction item. Why? Because that item you may take a loss on, but if you started at a low enough price, people may click on your name and may want to see the other items that you are selling. So use the auction wisely. Yes, you may take a loss, but think of all the additional views you're going to get on your other items, especially if you put in there will combine shipping, because now people are going to want to know, well, what combinations can I make? So little things like that, even though you only have one item up for auction, may get people to buy stuff from your store because they can then save on shipping. So that is number 4 on my list, using the auction properly. Use it as a loss leader. Number 3, I've mentioned this one before, feedback. My feedback is 245. I've had 245 unique people buy stuff while I've been on eBay, and my feedback is 100% positive. If you've bought from me, thank you for leaving positive feedback. I think I have left feedback for everybody. I'll have to double check. But yeah, I am proud of my feedback rating because I do the best to make my customers happy. You also want to make sure that you leave feedback and encourage people to leave positive feedback for you. In the grand scheme of things, there are 2 random people. There's me and there's you, and I'm selling and you're buying, and we don't really know that much about each other. So all we can rely on is that rating that other random people have given us. Those are important ratings in that grand scheme of things like that. So don't forget to leave feedback. It's a big deal. Number 2 on my list, shipping. My shipping, I say free shipping. I do free shipping, and I just simply include the price of shipping in my bid price. And the reason I do that is when you see free shipping, first of all, you see the word free. So you are getting something for free. It gives the image of getting something for free, but in truth, you are getting it for free. People like to get stuff for free. As you scroll through multiple listings of stuff, you are going to see people charging $9 shipping for this note. Why? Some people will literally charge $9 shipping and they'll put a stamp on it. So they'll make $8.50 in the shipping price. And that's wrong. I don't want to ever give the impression that I'm ripping people off that way. In fact, I take it to the other extreme and make shipping a bonus. I make it seem like, you can buy the note and I'll pay to ship it. That way, that's one less thing to contend about. Now, I'm sure there are reasons to do shipping separately. I think taxes is one of the thing, because you when it comes to tax, you don't pay tax on the shipping cost. I'm not trying to get around anything. I'm just trying to be as fair as possible. The price that you see for my stuff is the price that I want to sell it for. There's a lot of people on eBay that are trying to get away with something. Like I said, they're going to sell this note for $1 and charge you $30 to ship it. Well, no. What they're doing is charging you $30 for the item and $1 to ship it, and just not paying all the fees and taxes and everything else. The cost is the same to you either way. So yeah, I'm not trying to pull anything, and people who are trying to pull stuff, I tend to avoid their stuff, because if they're doing it that openly to eBay, what are they going to do to me? Anyway, that's number 2, shipping costs. And number 1 on my list is social media. Okay. Anytime I put stuff up on eBay, I'm sure you guys know about it because I use YouTube, and I use my YouTube channel to promote the stuff that I am selling. And because of that, I get a much more targeted audience. So when people see my stuff on YouTube, they know they can go to eBay and take a look at the stuff that I've got on eBay. Now, that helps me sell directly to the people who want the stuff. And it also helps the people that buy because they know that they're getting it from someone they, well, hopefully trust. I hope I've built my trust up with you guys with all the videos I put out and all the info I've given. And maybe that means that you'd rather pay $159 to me for this note rather than $140 to some stranger for the exact same thing. So maybe that's how that works out in the end. The bottom line is, though, you have to trust the person you're buying from. Um, Use social media to promote the items that you're selling. And that, like I said, broadens your audience to people who are more likely to buy. All right, guys, that's my top 10 hints for selling on eBay. Top 10 eBay tips for selling. If you learned anything in this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next week.